AVGO, Broadcom. I took a short-term position in this trade. It hit an all-time high, as you can see here, 393, 393.03. And yeah, so I took a long position on this. It recently partnered with Google to help them with their chips. Because Google now released now released Gemini 3, and they are getting into competition with NVIDIA. So Google has been on a tear for the last couple of days or weeks, or last week and this week. And I decided to take a short call position on this before the holiday. I missed my exit because I was doing something, but that's fine. So I'm just going to wait for it to come back up and then close out my position, make 20%. So I'm doing a challenge where I am taking 150 bucks and trying to turn it into $10,000. So let's see how long that takes to do. I also created something with vibe coding. So if you don't know what vibe coding is, what that is, it's being able to make like, you tell AI what to do and it does it for you, so you don't have to actually do the coding. Yes, that's vibe coding. So I was like today's years old when I learned that. So I started playing with it, and I created a web app where it allows you to put in stocks to see what your return on investment would have been if you put a certain amount of money bi-weekly over 10 years in the past and then 10 years in the future. So that's really cool. I set one up for my kids. One of my kids makes about 100,000. The other one makes about 400,000, which is pretty crazy if you ask me. So I created that. So if you want access to that, or you want me to show you it, I can show you what it looks like. So let me show you here. Oh. So here I put some companies in. These are companies that I'm looking to invest in. So if I put $200 bi-weekly, oh, I didn't need to click that, but it's going to generate now to show you what it looks like over a 10-year period. So while that loads, NVIDIA's been being smacked around because they're pretty much on their own in terms of having the highest powered GPU units, but now Google has entered the race to give them some competition. So it's healthy competition. Also, Google has been rising because Meta is looking to partner with them as well, just so that they're not heavily relying on NVIDIA. So it's a good thing. And yeah, it's healthy competition. So I want to show you guys the app that I created, the web app. It's still analyzing, but what if you invested $200 bi-weekly for 10 years? A lot of people, when they invest, they think short term. They say, oh, I just want to invest for 1 year. 1 year is not going to give you a real return. Where you're going to start to see real returns is after the 3-year mark. Like, for example, if you pick a company that has a projection of growth, a projected growth of, say, 15% per year, in year 3, you're going to start to see it move heavily, right? But if you just look for 1 year, 1 year, you're not going to see no real gains. Compound interest works best when you give it a long period of time to do so. So I'm going to show you guys here what this looks like. So this is a portfolio that I created for myself. So $52,000 in the first 10 years. So the total value of that investment would be 265,000. So that's a 400% growth, all-time growth. Now that's a net profit of 213,000. What would you do with $213,000? Historical growth 28%. Projected growth 15%. And now look at this chart here. You start here, you're not making much. So as I said, 2015, 17, 18, you're making peanuts. You're not making nothing. But when you let compound interest really take effect, look how this bad boy starts to grow. 2022, COVID. But look how it just keeps going up. Boom. $1.2 million. And I only invested, or 10 years ahead, only invested a total of 104,000 to make $1.2 million. That's a crazy return. That's just based off of compound interest. What stocks are you interested in? What would you like to see within my portfolio time machine that I created? It's nothing too crazy, but it just gives you an idea of, all right, if I invest for the next 10 years and just consistently put $200 in, just 200, I didn't even do anything crazy. $200. You could literally have $1.2 million in the future. Now, if you work the job, you're not making $1.2 million. Let's say if you're even lucky and you get like a $70,000 job. $70,000, you're making 700,000 in 10 years. However, you have to take out your expenses, your taxes, all that stuff. So you're not even coming out with $700,000. You're probably coming out with way less. You're probably like less than half of that almost, with the taxes you pay and then living expenses. So yeah, I created this app. If you're interested in using it, just comment below. Does the chat work? I don't even know if chat works. Let me know if the chat's working, because usually I see things popping up. Yeah, so if that's something you're interested in, let me know. So going back to the charts, AVGO is kind of bouncing around right now. Yeah, so as you can see here, so it hit an all-time high here. It may or may not come back up. So if it does come back up here, I am exiting for a quick profit of like 50 bucks. I kind of entered too early yesterday. So I entered, I'll show you where I entered yesterday. I entered about somewhere about here. Yeah, way too early. So I had to go draw down, and then it started to come back up. I had my entry here, but I was fiddling with my computer, so I kind of missed my exit, which is okay. It's good and bad because tomorrow's a holiday and then Friday is a short day in the market, but it's okay. So if you're looking to get into the stock market and you want to learn how to invest, make your money work for you instead of you working for money, you can book a call with me. The link's down in the description. And yeah, so it's been a rocky November, but when prices drop in the stock market, don't look at that as something bad. Look at that as your buying opportunity, because you want to get good companies at discounted prices. Like, it almost fits into the theme of the month. Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Black Friday, everything goes on sale. Everybody goes crazy, right? So why not go crazy in the stock market instead of in the department stores? If you're going to be doing transactions with billion-dollar companies, why not buy those billion-dollar companies and let them pay you forever? It's the simplest way that you can build your wealth. You're not going to get wealthy by working a 9-to-5 job. I'm sorry to tell you, it's not happening. I worked a 9-to-5 job. I thought it was going to be my end-all be-all job, and guess what? They fired me. Well, sorry, they didn't fire me. They laid me off. They said, we don't need your department anymore. I'm like, what the? And it just kind of blew me. It just took me out the park, right? So after that, I said, I'm never going to be working for somebody or allow somebody to control the amount of money that I make. So I started investing in the stock market, and it's working well for me, right? So if you are looking for a way out and you want to be able to have back the freedom of your time, being able to do whatever you want and not have to wake up at a specific time every day, go to work, fight through traffic, finish your shift, and then come off your shift and then fight through traffic again to come home, cook food, and do whatever else that you have to do, and you're tired of that, then this is for you. So again, I'm watching the stock market. Broadcom's kind of teeter-tottering. We got as high as 393 today. If you're not sure what Broadcom does, I will tell you what they do here. So Broadcom, you can set up a TradingView account. You go to Broadcom, or Broadcom is AVGO. Where's the thing? So it's a global technology company which designs and develops, supplies semiconductors and infrastructure software solutions. It operates through the Semiconductor Solutions and Infrastructure segment. Semiconductor Solutions segment refers to the product lines and intellectual property licensing. So pretty much what they do is they're like the connectors for like the semiconductors and whatnot. So it's like, yeah, they're like, think of it like telephone lines, and this is what they do. So if you are looking for a company to invest in, AVGO, Broadcom, is a very good one. They're linked with Google, and they just hit an all-time high today. They've been hitting new all-time highs throughout this year, and overall their growth for this year is, year to date, they're up 67%. Imagine if you put in $1,000, you make literally 670 bucks for doing absolutely nothing. So why not invest in the stock market? Let your money work for you. You putting your money into a savings account it's dying. It's doing nothing. It's not growing. So you need to put your money into a vehicle that's allowing your money to work for you. Your money can work 24/7, 7 days a week. So put it into a vehicle that's actually going to make you some money. Let's see. Add the sticker. Let's see. Pulp in your juice. What the hell? Let me see here. Done. So put that there. Start Q&A. Yeah. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. My name is Dean the Wealth Coach. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next video.